Hello everyone, welcome to ACE Online, and I'm back with a series of 1000+ questions based on quant and reasoning. So if you are preparing for any competitive exam in which there's a section of these two subjects, then these sessions are very beneficial for you. And if you know such persons who are preparing for such competitive exam, then please don't forget to share this particular link with them so that they can also join us and do practice with us. So without wasting much more time, let's start our today's session and let's see what kind of questions we are having and how we are going to deal with them. So the questions that we are having in today's sessions are from the mains examinations, but the quant section is quite easy. So here let's start with the very first question and let's see what questions we are having. So this is a very first question, and the question is saying that each question below is followed by two assumptions numbered 1 and 2. You have to decide which of the assumption is implicit in the statements. So first what we need to do? First we need to understand what the statement is saying, right? Accordingly we need to check whether these two assumptions which is given over here are implicit in the statement or not, right? So what answer we people are getting in this one? It's a very easy one. First what we have to do, we just simply need to understand the statement, right? Once we will get the meaning of the statement, we can easily able to understand the assumptions, right? So the statement is saying that government should deploy army to rehabilitate the people displaced ड्यू टू अर्थक्वेक. सो द क्वेश्चन इज़ वेरी सिंपल. क्वेश्चन ये कह रहा है और द स्टेटमेंट ये कह रहा है कि गवर्नमेंट क्या कर रही है, गवर्नमेंट आर्मी वालों को डिप्लॉय कर रही है, मतलब वहाँ भेज रही है उन लोगों को जो लोग अर्थक्वेक की वजह से डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो गए, उन्हें वापस से रिहेबिटेट करने के लिए. ठीक है, दिस इज व्हाट वी आर हैविंग इन आवर स्टेटमेंट. Now accordingly what we have to do, we just simply need to check our assumptions. First one, army can be used for purpose other than war also. Yes, if the government is deploying the army somewhere else to rescue the people or to rehabilitate the people who are like displaced because of the earthquake, then yes, we can use the army somewhere else also. So this is the correct one. If this is the correct one, we can easily eliminate our option number B, our option number C and option number D. Now we are only left with two options, either option number A is the correct one or option number E is the correct one, right? Second one, only army can rehabilitate the displaced victims of earthquake. Now we know that whenever we do talk about the critical reasoning, and if we are talking about the specific words like only, like no, all, immediate, these words can make a difference. Here the question is saying that सिर्फ आर्मी ही रिहेबिटेट कर सकती है. क्या ये ज़रूरी नहीं, हमारे पास और भी बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो हमारी इसमें मदद कर सकते हैं. तो ये अजम्पशन तो नहीं होगा, सिर्फ आर्मी ही कर सकती है, इस वजह से गवर्नमेंट ने ये डिसीजन नहीं लिया होगा. ठीक है, सो बिकॉज ऑफ ओनली दिस वर्ड दिस whole assumption is eliminated. If this one is eliminated, option number C is also eliminated, and the correct answer is your option number A. The correct answer over here is your option number A. Is it clear? This is a very simple one. Next one. The next, again what we are having a statement, and accordingly we need to check these two assumptions whether they are true or not. So just simply try to solve this and let me know what answer you people are getting. Again, this one is a very easy one. All we need to do is, first we just simply need to understand the statement. The statement is saying that a warning in a train compartment to stop train, pull chain, penalty for improper use ₹500. सो एक ट्रेन के कंपार्टमेंट में एक यहाँ पे क्या लिखा हुआ है, एक वार्निंग लिखी हुई है, अगर आप ट्रेन को रोकना चाहते हैं तो ट्रेन को चेन को खींचे, राइट। अगर आपने इसका मिस यूज़ किया तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, पेनल्टी भी पे करनी पड़ सकती है 500 रुपीज़ की। दिस इज अ वार्निंग रिटन इन द ट्रेन कंपार्टमेंट। नाउ अकॉर्डिंगली वी नीड टू चेक विच assumption is true over here. First one, some people misuse the chain. Yes, पेनल्टी क्यों लगाई गई है, क्योंकि हो सकता है कि कुछ लोग क्या कर रहे हो, उसका मिसयूज कर रहे हो। That means this one is correct. If this one is correct, we can eliminate our option number B, option number C and option number D, right? These three options are eliminated. Second one, on certain occasion people may want to stop a running train. Now certain occasion का मतलब ये नहीं है कि occasion सिर्फ खुशी वाले ही होते हैं, यहाँ पे हो सकता है किसी इंसिडेंट की भी बात कर रहे हो सकता है कि कुछ ऐसा इंसिडेंट हो जहाँ पे हमें ट्रेन को रोकने की ज़रूरत हो, तो उस सिचुएशन में ट्रेन को रोकने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं, सिंपली चेन पुल कर सकते हैं। तो दिस वन इज ऑल्सो ट्रू। इफ दिस वन इज ऑल्सो ट्रू, दैट मीन्स ऑप्शन नंबर ई इज द करेक्ट वन। Option number E is the correct one. These type of questions are quite easy. All we need to do is, we just simply need to understand the language and accordingly we can attempt it, right? Next one. The next question says that, in the question below are given a statement followed by two courses of action, numbered 1 and 2. You have to decide which of the suggested course of action logically follow or follows for pursuing. The statement is over here and these are the two courses of action. Accordingly, you need to select. Abhilash, definitely you can get. You can just simply contact me on the Telegram channel so that I can share the notes over there. We do have Telegram channel, so you can join that particular channel so that you can get the updates as well. My name is Ishwarya. Okay, let's start discussing this one. So the statement is saying that a number of school children in the local schools have fallen ill after the consumption of their subsidized tiffin provided by the school authority. यहाँ पे क्या बात कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे कुछ नंबर ऑफ स्कूल्स की बात कर रहे हैं जहाँ पर कुछ बच्चे क्या हो गए हैं, बीमार हो गए। क्यों हो गए? जो स्कूल अथॉरिटी उन्हें जो खाना प्रोवाइड करती है, जो सब्सिडाइज खाना टिफिन्स जो स्कूल में बच्चों को दिया जाता है, उसकी वजह से, उसको खाने की वजह से कुछ बच्चे जो हैं वो क्या हो गए हैं, बीमार हो गए। दिस इज अ व्हाट स्टेटमेंट इज सेइंग। Accordingly, we need to check which course of action is correct. Course of action वो होता है कि अगर ये statement हमें दिया गया है तो अब हम इस पे क्या step ले सकते हैं just to make it in a better situation or just to make it better. First, the tiffin facility of all schools should be discontinued with इमीडिएट इफेक्ट। यहाँ पे बोला जा रहा है कि क्या जितने भी स्कूल्स हैं, मतलब जो भी लोकल एरिया की हम लोग बात कर रहे होंगे, उसमें जितने भी स्कूल्स हैं उन सब में जो भी टिफ़िन फैसिलिटी हम लोग प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं या फिर स्कूल्स अथॉरिटी प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, उसे इमीडिएट बेसिस पे कैंसिल कर देना चाहिए। क्या ये सही है? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं कर सकते। पहली बात तो यहाँ पे अ नंबर ऑफ स्कूल्स दिए गए हैं, ये नहीं बोला गया है कि सारे के सारे स्कूल्स में ऐसी सिचुएशन आई है, और इमीडिएट बेसिस पे तो हम वैसे भी ये सारी सिचुएशंस नहीं कर सकते। सो बिकॉज ऑफ दीज टू वर्ड्स, स्पेसिफिकली because of this word and along with the use of immediate, this course of action is eliminated. If this one is eliminated, option number A is eliminated, option number C is eliminated, and at the same time option number E is also eliminated, right? Next, the next one says that the government should implement a system to certify the quality of tiffin provided by the schools. Yes, यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट क्या कर सकती है, गवर्नमेंट एक सिस्टम या फिर कोई कमेटी बना सकती है जो क्या करेगी, जो बच्चों को जो खाना प्रोवाइड किया जा रहा है उसकी क्वालिटी को चेक करेगी कि जो क्वालिटी हम लोग प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं वेदर इट इज like correct or not or up to the mark or not. So yes, we can do this. So यहाँ पे हमारे पास क्या है, the second one course of action is correct. So we will go with our option number B. We will go with our option number B. Again a very easy one, right? Next. The next question says that each question below is followed by two arguments numbered 1 and 2. You have to decide which of the argument is strong. We are having two arguments and accordingly we need to select which one is strong. The first one, statement is saying that should the private companies be allowed to operate passenger train services in India. So यहाँ पे statement is very simple. Statement क्या बोल रहा है, statement बहुत simple सा बोल रहा है कि यहाँ पे क्या हमें private companies को allow कर देना चाहिए जो हमारी passenger trains चलती है all over India में, उनकी जो भी services हैं या फिर जो भी other चीज़ें रहती हैं train से related, क्या उससे related सारी चीज़ों को क्या हमें private companies को दे देना चाहिए क्या. Accordingly, we are having two arguments and you only need to select the strong one. What you have to do, you have to select the strong one. Okay. So the first argument says that yes, this will improve the quality of service in Indian Railway as it have to face severe competition. So look, यहाँ पे बोला गया है अगर हम प्राइवेट कंपनीज को देंगे तो वी नो लाइक प्राइवेट कंपनीज हर छोटी छोटी चीज़ों पे ज़्यादा ध्यान दे पाती है क्योंकि उनके पास गवर्नमेंट के कंपैरिजन में जो एरिया होता है वो थोड़ा छोटा होता है, तो बहुत ईजीली उस चीज़ पे ध्यान दे सकते हैं इन कंपैरिजन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, राइट. तो यहाँ पे क्वालिटी इंप्रूव होगी, हाँ बिल्कुल होगी अगर हम यहाँ पे किसको दे देंगे, ये प्राइवेट कंपनी को दे देंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि प्राइवेट कंपनीज बहुत सारी चीज़ों पे क्या कर देते हैं, जैसे चार्जेस अप्लाई कर देते हैं या फिर फाइन अप्लाई कर देती है, पेनल्टी अप्लाई कर देती है, तो लोग वो चीज़ें करना कम कर देंगे. गवर्नमेंट ऐसा नहीं कर पाती क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट को बहुत सारी चीज़ें देखनी पड़ती हैं, तो इसको हम कंसिडर कर सकते हैं. सेकेंड, no, the private companies may not agree to operate in the non-profitable sector. First of all, यहाँ पे हमें सिर्फ ये दिया गया है कि जो पैसेंजर ट्रेन्स हैं उनको ऑपरेट करने के लिए, हमें ये नहीं पता है कि ये जो हमारे पैसेंजर ट्रेन्स का जो भी बिजनेस है या फिर जो भी इसका मतलब लाइक जो भी रेवेन्यू जनरेट हो रहा है, आर वी इन प्रॉफिट और नॉट. यहाँ ठीक है, यहाँ पे प्रॉफिटेबल और नॉन प्रॉफिटेबल चीज़ों की बात नहीं की गई है. सो अकॉर्डिंगली इसको हम लोग नहीं बता सकते, राइट. वी आर नॉट श्योर वेदर द रेलवे सिस्टम इज इन प्रॉफिट और नॉट, राइट. सो हम क्यों नहीं बता सकते, क्योंकि हमें डिसीजन स्टेटमेंट्स के अकॉर्डिंग लेना है. बहुत सारे बच्चे क्या होता है, हमें पता है कि मैम रेलवे जो है वो प्रॉफिट में है या नहीं है, यहाँ पे हमारे जीके यूज़ नहीं करनी होती है, हमें उतना ही डेटा देखना है जितना हमें स्टेटमेंट में गिवन है, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे हमारा क्या है, ओनली आर्ग्यूमेंट 1 इज स्ट्रॉन्ग, राइट. नेक्स्ट वन, द नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट सेज दैट should all the electricity state boards be privatized in India. यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बोर्ड हमारे पास जितने भी हैं ऑल ओवर इंडिया में, क्या उन्हें हमें प्राइवेटाइजेशन कर देना चाहिए, या इसका ये मतलब है क्या उसे हमें प्राइवेट में कन्वर्ट कर देना चाहिए क्या, ठीक है. अकॉर्डिंगली अगेन वी आर हैविंग टू आर्ग्यूमेंट्स एंड यू नीड टू सेलेक्ट विच वन इज द स्ट्रॉन्ग वन. It's a very simple one. Here the first one says that no, this will increase the grievances of the people. Grievances के बारे में हमें कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन है नहीं, ठीक है. इसमें बस ये पूछा जा रहा है कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बोर्ड को क्या प्राइवेट कर देना चाहिए कि नहीं. तो इसके बारे में अगर हमें कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन ही नहीं है तो हम इसको कनेक्ट कर पाएंगे नहीं. सेकेंड वन, yes, it will check the growing means of power power theft which has resulted in annual privilege of huge amount. यहाँ पे अगर हम लोग देखें तो बिजली की चोरियाँ, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की चोरियाँ, पावर की चोरी बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. हाँ, अगर हम कहीं ना कहीं अगर प्राइवेटाइजेशन कर देंगे तो हो सकता है कि वो लोग इस चीज़ को रिड्यूस करने में कहीं ना कहीं हेल्प करें, या फिर हो सकता है प्राइवेटाइजेशन होने की वजह से ये रिड्यूस हो जाए. तो हमारे पास यहाँ पे जो सेकेंड आर्ग्यूमेंट है, दिस इज क्वाइट स्ट्रॉन्ग. विथ फर्स्ट वन वी कांट से बिकॉज वी आर नॉट हैविंग दी एनी इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग द ग्रीवियंसेस ऑफ द पीपल. सो ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज द करेक्ट वन. ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज द करेक्ट वन. नेक्स्ट, the next question is from the concept of the quant section, and as I told you, quant section is quite easy. We can easily able to do it, right? So the question is saying that the concentration of alcohol in 60 liters water and alcohol solution is 30%. If 6 liters of solution replaced by water and 5 liters of resulting solution again replaced by water, then find the concentration of alcohol in final solution. What we need to do, we are just mixing or like taking out something, and after that what we have to do, we have to find out the alcohol concentration, the final one. Let's suppose this is my container, right? This is container of 60 ml. Initially I am having 60 ml mixture of alcohol plus water. In this concentration, the concentration of alcohol is nothing but is only 30%, right? The rest 70% is water. Now the question is saying that, I am taking out 6 liters of mixture, that means alcohol plus water. But instead of that, I am only mixing 6 liters of water, right? The same procedure is repeated again. Now I am taking out 5 liters of again alcohol plus water. But this time the quantity, or we can say the concentration of water or the alcohol got changed because of this one. Now just to like make it balance, what we are doing, we are again adding 5 liters but only water. Now after all this situation, we need to find out which concentration we are still left with in a mixture of alcohol. This is a very simple one. We can easily able to apply the formula which says that final quantity is nothing but the initial quantity multiplied by 1 minus the taken out quantity divided by the total into the number of times. The formula that we are going to use over here is final quantity is equals to initial quantity multiplied by 1 minus the taken out quantity, or you can assume it as x, or the total capacity, and to the power the number of times we are doing this. But here we are taking out the different quantities, so we need to make it as different. So what we can do, here the initial quantity we are not having, but the question is saying that we are having 30% concentration, right? So 30%, right? Initially we are taking 6 liters out of 60, right? Again what we did, we just mixed 6 liters of water in it, right? Now I am just taking out 5 liters out of 60. And as we need to find out the percentage, we need to multiply it by 100. All we need to do is we just simply need to calculate this just to get the answer, right? Okay. So here this 100 and this 100 is eliminated, right? So what we are getting? We are getting 30 multiplied by, here we are getting 54 by 60, and here we are getting 55 by 60, right? This 30 and this 60 are eliminated, we will got 2 over here, this and this is eliminated, and here we got 27, right? Now with the help of 5, we can again do the simplification. Here we got 11, here we got 11, and here we got 12, right? Now again with the help of 3, we can eliminate it. Here we will get 9, and here we will get 4. So ultimately what we are getting 99 by 4, and if I divide it, so we will get 24 point something. Do we have this in our options? Yes, 24.75%. That means option number A is the correct one. Option number A is the correct one, right? It's a very simple one. All we need to do is we just simply need to use this particular formula just to get the final quantity or the final concentration, right? Next. The next question says that two friends P and Q are running in opposite direction from A to B and another from B to A. Speed of P is 8/5 of speed of Q. After meeting each other, if P takes 3.5 hours to reach B, then what will be the time taken by Q to reach A after meeting? So this is a very simple question. We know that for this one we are having a very direct formula. So the question is very simple. So the question is saying that here we are having 2 points. This is A, this is B. Let's suppose that P is starting from here with a speed of SP and Q is started from this point with a speed of SQ. Right, and we are just assuming that let's suppose they met at this point at time t. We just assume it, right? So the question is saying that after meeting this point, P took 3.5 hours. P took 3.5 hours to reach this point after the meeting, right? Now what we have to do, we have to find out how much time taken by Q to reach at point A after meeting, and we know that we are having formula for this one. So the formula says that speed of P divided by speed of Q is nothing but square root of time taken by Q divided by time taken by P after meeting. And there's one more thing which is mentioned in the question, that the speed of P is nothing but 8/5 of speed of Q, right? So we are going to use this particular segment over here just to get the values. So here we can write 8/5, which is nothing but the square root of, we are just assuming it as a T2, and here the time is given as 3.5 hours, right? Just to remove the square root over here, what we have to do, we have to square the both sides. So when we do the squaring, this will become 64/25, and here we are getting T2 or TQ, you can also take it as TQ, divided by 3.5. Now what we have to do, we have to find TQ, which is nothing but 64 multiplied by 35 divided by 25 and by 10. How I am getting 10? Because I just removed this decimal so that I will get 10 in the denominator. Now with the help of 5 we can eliminate it. Here we are getting 5, here we are getting 7, right? Apart from that, we'll do the rest calculation like this only, right? So here what we are getting 28, so 2 is carry forward, 4 divided by 5 into 10. So here we are getting 89.6 by 10, which is nothing but 8.96. That means option number A is the correct one. Option number A is the correct one. So this is a very simple question. All we need to do is we just simply need to use the direct formula just to get the answers, right? Next one. The next question says that the ratio between two numbers is 3:5. If the smaller number is increased by 20% and the bigger one is decreased by 25%, the new ratio of numbers smaller to bigger will be. So here the question is very simple. The question is saying that you are having two numbers, right? They are in the present in the ratio of 3:5. And you are doing some calculation, you are increasing or decreasing the numbers respectively, and what we have to do, you have to find out after increasing or decreasing what is the new ratio. What you need to do, you just simply need to find out the new ratio. So what answer you people are getting? Okay, very good to all the persons who are responding, but I was not able to see that. But yeah, keep on responding and let me know what answer you people are getting for this one. Okay, very good. Let's see. So the question is very simple. I am just assuming that my smaller to bigger number, the ratio is given as 3:5. Just by seeing this number, I can easily able to determine that this one is my smaller one and this is my bigger one, right? Okay. So I can also make it as 30 and 50 as this is a ratio. So I can multiply my ratio with the same number. Now the question is saying that the smaller numbers increase by 20%. 20% of 30 is nothing but 6, so my new number will become 36, right? And the bigger number was decreased by 25%. That means 25, that means it is decreased by 12.5. So it will become 37.5. Now I have to determine the ratio in between these two numbers, or you can also do one thing, you can consider it as 300 or 500, right? So the final ratio that I need to find out is 360 to 375. Now as I know that this number is smaller and I have to write down the ratio in smaller to bigger, so option number A and option number D, these two options are eliminated because here the first number or the first ratio that we are having is the bigger one, right? Okay, so with the help of 5 we can start eliminating it. So what we are getting over here, or you can also eliminate it with the help of 3 if you want. So first we will eliminate it with the help of 3. So here I will get 120, here I will get 1, 2 and 5, 125. Now with the help of 5 we can again eliminate it. Here what we are getting 24 and here we are getting 25. That means option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Again, it's a very simple one. Next. Okay, so the next question is from the concept of problems on ages. So again, what we are having, we need to write down the ratio in between the Aditya and his wife. And here the age of Sunita is given. So accordingly, we can easily able to determine the average of two children. A very good evening to everyone. It's a very simple one. So the question is saying that Mr. Aditya's age is 120% of his wife Sunita's age. They have two children. The average age of a family is 20 years. If Sunita's age is 25 years, what is the average age of both children? So it's a very simple one. We can easily able to get it, right? So here we are having two persons, Aditya and Sunita. The question is saying that let's suppose if the age of Sunita is 100 years old. So Aditya is 120 times of it. That means the age of Aditya is 220. The age of Aditya is 220, right? Is it true? No, it's 120. It's 120. But the question is saying that the actual age of Sunita is nothing but 25. That means it is present on the division of 4. So we need to divide it by 4 as well. So the age of Aditya that we are getting over here is 30 years old. Now the question is saying that the average age of a family is 20 years. And in that family there is Aditya, Sunita and two children. The average age is 20. The average age is 20. Right? But this is the average age. So I need to find out the sum. So I just simply multiply it by 4 as 4 participants are there. So the total age that we got is 80. But in the sum of 80, we got to know that the age of Aditya is 30 and the age of Sunita is 25. That means The total age of Aditya and Sunita is 55. So we can say that the age of these two children is nothing but 80 minus 55, and that is nothing but 25. But what we have to do, we have to find out the average. So we can say that the average age of children 1 and children 2 is nothing but 25 by 2, that means 12.5, and this is nothing but equal to C, right? So option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. This is a very simple one. All we need to do is we just simply need to use the concept of ratio, and afterwards the concept of averaging, right? Next. The next question says that a man can swim at 8 kilometers per hour in still water. He covers an equal distance of 18 kilometers both in upstream and downstream between 2 points in 6 hours. Find the speed of the stream. This question is very easy. Just simply make an equation and put the values from the options and you will get your answer. Nisha, it is clearly mentioned in the question that they are having 2 children. So instead of writing it C1, C2, I just write it as 2 children. And in the ending, I have bifurcated them as C1 and C2. Okay. So in this one, the question is saying that the speed of men is nothing but 8 kilometers per hour. So the question is saying that there are 2 points. Let's suppose this one and this one. So this distance is of 18 kilometers. So the question is saying that a person is going from this point to this point and coming back to this point in a total time of 6 hours. Now we know that whenever we do talk about water or the stream, we know that the one time the speed is considered in the downstream and the one time is considered in the upstream, right? So we can say that here 18 kilometer is covered in first downstream. Downstream says that the speed of men plus the speed of the stream plus the same 18 kilometer distance covered in the upstream. So speed of men minus the speed of stream, and the total time taken by that particular man is 6 hours. Here we are having our equation and we can easily able to solve it just by putting the value. So here we can write it as 18 by 8 plus speed of stream plus 18 divided by 8 minus speed of stream, that is equals to 6. Now just simply check if I will put my option number A, speed of stream as 5 kilometers per hour, let's suppose, right? So here what value we are getting? We are getting 18 by 13 plus 18 by 3. We need to make it equal to 6. If you will solve this, from this only you are getting 6, and whatever value you are getting 1 point something over here, and when you will add it in 6, it will become 7 point something. So this is not equal. If this is not equal, this option is eliminated. Option number B, speed of stream as 6 kilometers per hour. If it is so, then you can say that here you are having 18 by 14 plus 18 by 2. So if you will solve this, here you will get 9 and 9 plus 1 point something, which is equals to 10 point something, right? That means this option is also eliminated. Next, option number C, 7. 18 by 15 plus 18 by 1, which is anyways not equals to 6, because this portion only will give us value 18 and here we will get again 1 point something. The last option, 4, option number D, 18 divided by 12 plus 18 divided by 4, right? So here what value we are getting? We are getting somewhere 3 by 2, 3 by 2 is nothing but 1.5, right? So here we are getting 9.2, which is nothing but 4.5, and when we add this value we will get 6. That means the correct answer over here is your option number D. The correct answer over here is your option number D. Is it clear? Clear? Next one. The next question says that X and Y started a business with a capital rupees 20,000 and 25,000. After a few months, Z joined them with a capital of rupees 30,000. If the share of Z in the annual profit of 50,000 is 14,000, then after how many months from the beginning did Z join? This is again a very simple one. We know that we are having a formula. Profit is nothing but capital multiplied by the time period. We just simply need to use this particular formula just to get the total profit, right? Once we will get the total profit, accordingly we need to distribute these, or we need to just take the help of these numbers just to get the actual value. So what answer we people are getting? Thank you so much, Star and Rani. Now try to solve this particular question and let me know what answer you people are getting. So here the question is very simple. The question is saying that we are having three people, X, Y and Z, right? X invested a capital of 20,000, Y 25,000 and Z with 30,000. But there is a condition. This is the capital, right? X and Y both invested for whole year, but Z came after few months. We don't know how many months he joined, but we are just assuming it as X. Now, just to make it as a profit, what we need to do? We need to multiply. But before that, can we able to eliminate something from it? Yes, these three zeros. After that, with the help of 5, we can eliminate this. Here we are getting 4, 5, 6. Now, here we are getting 2 and 2. So, ultimately the ratio that we are getting is 8, 10 and X. This is a total profit. So, I can write the total profit in such scenario that these three people are getting is 18 plus X. This is a total profit. But the question is saying that the total profit that we are getting, or these three people are getting, according to this question, is 50,000, and from this 50,000, 14,000 is by the Z is getting the 14,000, but here Z is only getting X. So we can say that X amount, or we can say that the X quantity or X amount is getting by Z out of 18 plus X. This should be equals to 14,000 divided by the total profit, that is nothing but 50,000. Right? These three zeros and these three zeros are eliminated. Now what we can do? We can just simply do the cross multiplication, right? So here what we are getting? We are getting 50x is nothing but equals to 14 into 18 plus 14x, right? Now we will transfer this 14 to that side, and what we will get? I guess we will get 26. 26x, which is nothing but 14 into 18, right? So here we will get 7 and here we are getting 13, right? So the value of x that we are getting over here is 7 into 18 by 13. Is this the value that we are getting, or I made some calculation mistake over here? So it is getting x out of 18 plus x, and here this is nothing but 14,000 and this is 50. I guess I made some okay, wait. This is not the exact ratio that we need to write, wait. The question is saying that he is getting 14,000, that means the value of this one out of the total profit is nothing but equal to 14,000. That means this value that x is getting out of what? Out of 50,000, and the value is nothing but 14,000. Now we will try to solve this just to see are we getting the, by the way that's the same thing almost. So here we are getting 7, here we are getting 25, right? So we can write 25x is nothing but 7 into 18 plus 7x, right? This is what we are having. Now we will transfer this 7x to this side. So here we are getting 18x is equals to 7 into 18. So this 18 and this 18 is eliminated. We will get x equals to 7. Option number A is the correct one. I guess I made some calculation mistake in the previous calculation. So the value that we are getting over here is option number A. The value that we are getting over here is option number A. Clear? Next. The next one says that find the missing number in the given series. This is a very simple one. All you need to do is you simply need to observe the numbers carefully and you will get the pattern. So what answer we people are getting in this one? A. Okay. Anyone else apart from Nisha? 12 minus 7, where we are getting 12, here we are getting 25, not 12. Okay, so here we can easily able to determine that here we are having alternate series. So here there is a gap of plus 12. Again there is a gap of plus 12, right? So the same pattern is followed over here, just we need to check the gap. So here we are having a difference of 12, that means again what we have to do, we just simply have to subtract 12 from it, right? So what we are getting 75. Do we have that in options? Yes. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. What the question is asking? The question is asking after how many months from the beginning that is Z join. Yes, the value that we are getting x is 7, that means yeah, 5 months. Option number E is the correct one. Next. The next series that we are having over here is this one. What we are having the decimal number. That means we need to think accordingly how we are going to approach this. I guess we missed one question in between. Yes, the first one is this one, 24, 536. The gap in between the terms is very huge. The next one is 487, 703, 678 and the next term. Okay, so if you will find out the difference over here, what difference we are getting? We are getting a difference of 512, which is nothing but it's a cube of 8, right? We are just adding a cube of 8. The difference that we are getting over here is of 49. The difference that we are getting over here is of 49, which is nothing but a 7 square, right? Now again we need to add the values as the value is increasing. So here what we are getting 7 and here we are having 3. Here we need to add 216, which is nothing but the cube of 6. I guess now we got the pattern. Here again the number is decreasing, that means we need to subtract, and here the difference that we are getting is 25. Which is nothing but the square of 5. So if I want to find out the next term, the next missing term, I need to follow the pattern. That means I need to add 4 cube. and 4 cube is nothing but 64, and when I add this I'll get 2 at the unit place. That means these 3 options are eliminated, right? The next one, here 6 and 7, so 7 and 7, that is 4 and 742. That means your option number D is the correct one. Your option number D is the correct one. Next. The next question says that find the missing number in the given series. Here we are having a decimal one, so find accordingly. So again, as we see that the difference in between the terms is not huge, so we will start with this one. So the difference that we are getting over here is of 0.5, here 9 and 4. The difference of 49.5 in between the terms, right? In the next terms, the difference is of 0.5. The difference that we are getting over here is 38.5. Okay. Now again, as we find out the difference, the number is decreasing. 0.5, 7 and 27.5. Now if you will see the numbers, what we are doing, we are just eliminating 11, or we are subtracting 11 from them, right? This one minus, here what we are getting, 0.5, 16.5. So the next should be minus 11 from this one, that means 5.5. And if I subtract 5.5 from it, what we will get? So we will get 0 point here, what we are getting? We are getting 319. Do we have this in our options? Yes. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Very simple. Next. Again, this one is also very simple here, but the difference is very huge in between the first and the last given term. If you will see, the 2 becomes 1079. So you need to think accordingly. There are high chances that we are doing some mixture in the operations, like we are using multiple operations at the same time. So what is the pattern in this one? So the pattern that we are having over here, just to convert 2 to 17 along with the rest pattern, or we can start from this one, right? If I multiply this number like 359 by 3, or we can just assume that, let's suppose I am having 300, right? If I multiply 300 by 3, I will get 900, which is somewhere, like if I will assume it is 1000, then the number is somewhere near to this one, right? So if I multiply this number by 3, what I am getting? I am getting 27, and the 2 carry forward 15, 16, 17, and again the 1 is carry forward 9, 10. This number I am getting on multiplying this 359 by 3, but here I am getting 1079. That means if I add 2 in it, I will get my number, right? So basically what I am doing, I am just multiplying this number by 3 and I will get my answer. Now if I want to convert my 89 into this one, so I know that 80 multiplied by 4 is somewhere around 320, right, which is nearly equal to this one. So let's see. So if I multiply this number by 4, right, so 89 by 4, that is nothing but 36, and the 3 carry forward 32, right, 32 and 3, that is 36, no, 32 plus 3, 35, and the number that we are having is 359, that means there is a gap of 3, that means plus 3, okay. Now we need to check, are we having the same pattern with this one? So if we multiply 17 by 5, I will get 85, and 85 plus 4, that is nothing but 89. Now 2 into 6, that is nothing but 12. 12 plus 5, that is nothing but 17. The pattern is very simple. Now what we have to do? We have to multiply it by 2 and we need to add 1 in it. 2 into 9, that is nothing but 18. 18 plus 1, that means 9. 19, the 1 is carry forward. 14, 15 and 2159. Do we have this in our options? Yes. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. This is a very simple one, right? So with this one, we are done with the questions that we are having, but before ending the session, there's one important announcement. So if you are preparing for any competitive exams which are going to be start from the April month, so if you are preparing for RRB NTPC where you need to register yourself just to start the preparation, so ACE is offering a pre-recorded course for that one, and if you will get some discount like 25% discount, so you can use this particular code NTPC25 just to get it in 25% less amount. And at the same time, if you know someone or if you are preparing for RRB JEE CBT1, you can use this code ACE20 just to get 20% discount. CBT2 for these particular branches, again the same code is applicable. Same code is applicable for SSC CGL and the SSC JEE paper 1 and 2. So don't forget to register yourself if you are preparing for such competitive exams. So with this one, let's end this video over here only. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, keep smiling, stay safe, bye bye. Thank you so much for watching this video.